So one day I was walking and I heard God's voice say to me, Tim, can you add to the power of the cross? And I was just like, no. And then it said, well, then neither can you take away from it. And it got me thinking, because if the sin that I did, like if my most recent sin doesn't matter, like if that one has zero impact on the power of what Jesus did on the cross, then neither does all of the sin of my life. Which means if I never existed, God's grace would be just as strong. But at the same time, if no one existed, then what Jesus did on the cross would be just as powerful. Like, logistically speaking, that's how little I matter. That's how little any one of us matter. Like, we are a zero-sum individual. Which means God's book of life isn't a ledger. Like, he doesn't balance the checkbook and like, okay, well, you get a little bit of grace just enough grace to cancel out your sin. That's not how it works. That means that every single person gets God's full amount of grace. That means, like, he gives us the full power of Jesus' blood, because that's how thoroughly Jesus has crushed sin. And it's so cliche to say this. Like, I have heard it so many times, but Jesus died just for you. Because if we mean so little, logistically speaking, that it doesn't matter if we existed or not, Jesus would have been, like, the power of Jesus' blood would be just as strong, whether or not we existed. Then that means, yes, it has to be the case that Jesus died just for me. Because we mean so little, but to God we mean so much, that he gave us everything. He gave us his own life. And I love the way that the Message version of the Bible puts it in Isaiah 43. That's how much you mean to me. That's how much I love you. I'd sell off the whole world just to get you back. Trade creation just for you. And it really speaks to me. Can you add to the power of the cross? No. Then neither can you take away from it.